Hello and welcome back. I'm Deirdre and this is day 5 of packing up, decluttering a little along the way and being ready to move out in a couple of weeks' time. Today I arranged most of the knickknacks in the house on one table and it's scary. There is so much stuff there, which when it was spread out through a large house and in different areas wasn't so much really. And I do like to have things around that change a display home into a real home, that type of thing. So I don't mind having quite a few, but I think I've just got way too many. I know I've just got way too many. And I'm going to decide what's going to stay and what's going to go. But also I will then start wrapping and packing, just to give you some idea of how I'm going to go about that. Here's the table, and I've got things sort of set out, not really set out per se, but put on it. And I'm just looking at each thing and thinking, do I really want, need, love these things? To be honest, I think a lot of the things in the front, yes, I will keep. They are things that I do love, whether I'll have them out on display and sometimes maybe I'll just have some put away and have some out, but mostly these things here will stay. I've got my lovely leather writing boxes, which definitely will stay. This little writing box has a beautiful inscription on it. It says, Alice Dunn, from her loving mother, June 20th, 1905, being her mother's last gift on parting from England, year 1878. They were leaving and going to New Zealand. Here I have some things that I definitely will not get rid of. I love my finished glass bird. I love my little bits and pieces there. And these are the New Zealand tuis that I've kept. And these are just some white things that I enjoy having because I like a lot of white. And then I come to the glass, and this I think is where it's going to go. I'm just going to get rid of most of that, if not all of it. Probably all of it, I think, in hindsight. This house has orange cathedral glass in the door and a lot of copper, so I did use an orange theme at parts scattered through the house to tie it together. And there is quite a lot. These, however, will stay. They are silk bobbins of silk thread from a Lyon silk factory in France. So I found them in a market and I really like them. I'll keep my silver things because I've got little lights inside them and they look really cute when I turn the lights on at night and I enjoy that. Same as that mercury glass. And here are my beautiful sheep, which most definitely are going to stay. They're very precious and I'll have to wrap them very carefully. And then I have my little statue of a woman. It's rather nice. Set up on the table in the kitchen are a few things that I have already decided I will keep, and I'm just trying these boxes out to see if they will work for packing these into, and I think they will. So I'm going to wrap those up and pack them. I'm also going to show you that trick for turning over a lampshade, and these glass bottles are really old, but I rather like them. I think I will keep them. First I thought I'd show you this lamp trick that I was talking about yesterday. So you take out the lampshade, if you've got the ones that are held in with a screw, and you put it on upside down and then just replace that so that the whole thing shrinks by that much, becomes a much smaller item to then pack. Next I thought I'd just start wrapping these things and then sort out how I'm going to pack them in. So these, it's just a matter of stopping them from being damaged. They're not going to break, but I just don't want them to actually get damaged. So I thought if I was wrapping two together and then bundling them up, that makes not too big a pile. What I'm going to do with a lot of these very small and, for me, precious things, it's a little, that's Royal Copenhagen ware. It's beautiful. I have these two. They are my boys, and I want to keep them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them and put them into smaller boxes, and then each of those boxes will go into a medium-sized box for moving. So that's how I pack the delicate items. I put them into smaller boxes first, just anything I have around that I've already decluttered things out of, and then I put those boxes inside smaller transport boxes like book boxes. I'll make sure the bottoms of those are really well padded so that you don't get that shock when they're put down. If they're not put down too, very carefully, you don't want that breakage happening when they get hit on the bottom, when they've been just put down sharply. So you pad the bottom either with things like bubble wrap or crumpled up layer of paper. That works very well also. Good layer of sort of shock absorption between the items and the boxes they're put into, and then the bottom of the box. Label it well, of course, make sure it's well taped, and then you'll be ready to go. So I've got a small pile of things that is already ready to pack. I've got the bigger pile in my study, and in my craft room there are still some things. I'm going to start moving them out and into a central place fairly soon, but I wanted to get a little bit more of the general packing done. If you like this sort of video, please subscribe, and there is a playlist of the 30 days of decluttering that I did earlier in order to get ready to do this pack. I'll be back tomorrow, so have a lovely day and I'll see you then. Bye!